Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
All right, is the interpreter the first case?
Yes.
All right, Madam Interpreter, can you hear me? Or sir?
I can hear you, Your Honor.
All right, raise your right hand for me, ma'am. You solemnly swear or affirm you will truthfully and accurately interpret the conversation court in the defendant's today?
I do.
Would you state your name and your certification?
Ange Marie Fievre, Florida State Certified in Haitian Creole.
Thank you, ma'am. Would you
You're
please
welcome.
ask Mr. Florian to state his full name for me?
Monsieur Florian, est-ce que tu as un nom complet ou s'il vous plaît, prénom ak nom?
Bushman can crash it. Bushman can crash it.
I don't, what did you say? I don't.
I have spit in my mouth.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. Come on.
All right,
Oui.
let's try this.
Non,
Let's try.
non m'écrit Jean Fritzner Florian. Mais n'a pas Pierre là, il écrit Florian Jean Fritzner.
My name is Jean Fritzner Florian, but here on the paper, it's written Florian Jean Fritzner.
Yeah.
Okay. He's charged with trespass. Advise him that he's charged with trespass.
OK. Accusation, c'est que vous entrez en côté qu'on pas supposé entrer.
Oui, ça dit que madame moi à peine entré ici dans mouvement comment on dit ça quoi? Madame moi fait sur Haïti. Madame moi sur Haïti, vient ici. Qu'on y a pas dans hier il dit mal acheter un petit banane pour lui dans le matelas. Mal acheter les petits de gain on toilette qui est bien m'aller pour mal entrer pour la toilette et puis c'est dans partie bof ya moi allé pour me entrer et puis l'aime
Please advise him not to talk about what happened.
l'aime moi c'est pas bof pas me camper et puis me virer dans bord pam pour me faire des soins yeah.
Okay, so my wife just came in that program called, how do you call it? Anyway, my wife came from Haiti and she just came here. And yesterday she asked me to go to buy her some plantain in Walmart. And I needed to go to the bathroom. And I entered the women's side. And when I realized that it wasn't where I was supposed to go in.
Okay. All right. He was asked to leave and apparently he did not. And so that brings us to here today.
OK, donc yo te mando pour sortir mais on pas fait ça. C'est peut-être ça que dans situation ça aujourd'hui.
I understand he's been given copies of paperwork and advised of his rights today.
OK, d'après ça me comprend yo pour copier papier là et puis yo dit qui ça doit yo y aujourd'hui.
Oui.
Yes.
Based on his application, he does qualify for a public defender, so I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent him.
OK, et d'après application là, ou qualifié pour yo bon un avocat gratis. Donc juge là pour le bon avocat kounye.
Oui.
Yes.
Deputy, criminal history?
He shows no history.
All right, ask him how, I just need a number, a month or year, how long he's been here in Bay County.
OK, et ça fait combien de temps qu'on était ici là dans Bay County? Combien de mois, combien d'années?
Combien mois, combien d'années? Bon, dans Panama City, moi j'ai passé 2 ans dans Panama City.
Okay.
Même m'étais entré ici dans l'Amérique 2017.
In months and years, I've been in Panama City for 2 years, but I entered America in 2017.
That's good. That's good. So he hadn't had any charges in the past here locally. I am going to release him on his own recognizance, and his court date is going to be Wednesday, September 18th at 8:30.
OK, comme c'est la première fois que vous accusez au boy ici là, il a plagué avec responsabilité pour retourner dans le tribunal là, le mercredi 18 septembre 8h30.
He needs to stay away from Walmart while this case is pending.
Et puis pendant que le dossier est encore fin réglé, pas mettre pied dans Walmart là.
Oui.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oui.
Go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Next, ma'am, come on in.
Okay.
Redux, state your name.
Mallory Kalen.
Ms. Kaylin, you're fully court charged. Oh, let's see. Possession without script, possession less than 20 grams of marijuana, possession of paraphernalia, and driving under the influence. Do you understand those charges, ma'am?
Yes.
2-5.
2-6, actually. I thought 2-5.
Oh, yeah,
You had the same eye problem I had.
I do. We may be of similar age, Mr. Dogle. All right, ma'am, I understand.
Hopefully we see the bond the same way.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
You've been advised of your rights today?
Yes.
You got a copy of your paperwork in your hands? That's something. Mr. Douglas is here on your behalf. What brings you down here from Louisville?
My best friend's wedding.
Oh, couldn't talk her out of it.
Yeah. No.
Okay, that's okay. We all tried. What would you like to tell me?
Judge, obviously she was here from Kentucky. She is working up in Kentucky. I don't believe she has a prior record based on my discussions with her father. And so we're asking.
Oh,
I said that.
yeah.
I didn't ask for a reason. Well, I know you said reasonable grounds.
You're such a kiss up. Deputy, criminal history on Miss Kaylin?
And she shows no history.
Oh. And you pronounce it Louisville, right? Like something stuck in your throat. Louisville.
Louisville.
No, not Louisville. I know better
There's
than that.
so many different ways.
Nobody from Louisville says Louisville. No, that just hurt the ears. Louisville hurts. I can't. Pretrial release with the random UAs, but you can call in. All right, ma'am, you're going to get released today. Mr. Douglas is going to walk you through the process of getting signed up for the pretrial release program. Your court date is going to be October the 17th at 9 o'clock. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on,
Is
sign.
that how you saw it?
That's how I saw it.
That's how you saw it. If I'd given a five, if
I'd be to argue.
yeah. Uh-huh. Ms. Crane,
Yes, sir.
how you doing, ma'am?
I'm okay, sir.
Good. Can you see the TV okay?
Yeah, good enough.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Ms. Crane. You're for the court charged with criminal mischief. Do you understand that charge?
I think so.
Okay. Well, have you been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights today?
Yes, and I tried to memorize the definitions to each one of them words and put it in a row.
Okay. Were you able to do that?
Yes, and I've told so much truth. I need the real law.
That's good. All right, Ms.
Okay.
Crane. Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. So I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. Any question about that?
Did you say I do qualify for a public defender?
You do. And I've appointed one.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You are so welcome. And that is him right there on the screen with us. Floyd, do you have any advice for this person?
Yes, sir. Please don't talk about what happened today. Wait and talk to your public defender assigned to your case about the case. Now answer the judge's questions, but don't talk about what happened, okay?
Okay, I'm so scared. I don't know what happened.
Ms. Fambro, you have criminal history?
Some probation out of Walton County for ag bat on the Leo and a criminal mischief.
Wow, I did not see that coming.
Am I supposed to say something?
No.
He's talking to me.
No, Ms. Crane. I'm gonna set you a monetary bond of $2,500. Your court date's gonna be October the 17th at 9 o'clock. No contact directly, indirectly, or through a third party alleged victim. Good luck, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
You can go ahead and step out. We'll get your copies. Next.
Ms. Fambro. Ms. Fambro. Ms. Fambro. Ms. Fambro. Ms. Fambro.
Sir?
Ms. Fambro, y'all need to stop pumping helium.
Man, next.
Come on in.
I'm sorry. Stand here.
State your name.
Baby, before the court charge you theft, you understand the charge?
Yes.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true? Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender representative. So you have- Now, any question about that?
No, thank you.
Deputy, criminal history?
It's out of Maryland. 20 criminal mischief, petty theft, 19 burglary chimes 3, petty theft at 19, and an assault in 15.
Onset 2,500. No contact with Walmart. Court date is September 18th at 8:30.
Step to your right to the T. When the light comes on, sign. Smith was released.
They already paperwork. So good. See, that's what good help does. Paper was already gone. Didn't even see it. Didn't even know Smith was on the list. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Ms. Dozier, how you
State your
doing?
name, Bill.
Shannon Dozier.
I am just getting, you know why I'm getting this, Fambro? Do you know?
I have no idea, but I'm sure you're gonna tell me.
Well, Alabama's 3-0. And how's Florida State doing?
Oh, they're 0-3. You gotta do, see, we're years beyond you aggravating me about this. We are years beyond that.
Well, it's just funny because y'all talk so much crap after.
That's you.
No.
But you know who
after-
should be upset?
after the
You me tell you who
committee
should be
stuff.
upset though.
Who?
Them Georgia fans should be upset because the way that game was played.
Well, I'm not talking any smack about Georgia because in 2 weeks Alabama gets them, and I'm afraid. So we good. We good. Ms.
No,
Dozier,
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not. No, I'm not borrowing trouble. I already know. Ms. Dozier, you're for the court charge of battery, trespass, and battery. You understand those charges, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, if I find that you do qualify, I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Jeff, you criminal history, Ms. Dozier?
Battery in 22, domestic in 19.
Onset of 5,000 on the battery, 2,500 on the trespass, 5,000 on the battery, no contact directly, indirectly, or through a third party alleged victims. Court dates September 18th at 8:30. Look now.
Step to your right to the T. When the light comes on, sign. What you got?
Anybody else? Room 3.
Huh? No. No. Redux, ma'am, state your name.
Ms. Bowie, you're for the court charge of criminal mischief. You understand that charge, ma'am?
Yes.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
All right, ma'am. Based on your application, I find that you do qualify for the services of the public defender's office. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender representative, so you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
No, sir.
All right. What would y'all like to tell me? Want to say anything? Just let them know you're here. Okay. Your mom? Your daughter's here. She just wants you to know that she's here, okay?
Yes, sir.
Deputy, criminal history?
This is DWLSR in 23 and 24, and that's it.
Pre-trial release, no contact with the alleged victim, okay? I don't know what's causing all this foolishness, but y'all need to stay away from each other while this is getting sorted out, okay? I hope it's not
Okay.
over. Tell me it's not over. All
You can
right.
step to your right to the T.
All right.
When the green light comes on, sign.
Just stay away.
Next.
Just stay apart. Whatever's going on between them.
State your name, ma'am.
Wendy Renee Shaw.
Shaw, you're fully court for public assistance fraud. You understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
It's a violation of probation for what was originally public assistance fraud. Order held online. Your date's going to be October the 16th at 9 o'clock. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
On the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. Come on in. Yep, come on in. Redux, state your name.
Mr. Handler, before the court charged of possession less than 20 grams of marijuana and possession of paraphernalia. Do you understand the charges?
Yeah.
I understand you've given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes.
Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender representative. Any question about that?
No.
What brings you down here to Kentucky?
Fishing.
We got a hold on him?
Fishing.
Yes, sir.
All right. Put a monetary bond of 2,500 on the pot, 1,000 on the paraphernalia. The truth of the matter is, you got an out-of-state warrant, so we're going to hold you anyway. So just take care of your local charges. Court date's going to be September 18th at 8:30.
Let's step on the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Next.
I'm not signing anywhere.
So you can step out. That's gonna be 90 days in a minute. Wait and see. State your name.
Mr. Dickey, before the court charged with contributing delinquency of a minor and resisting officer without violence. You understand the charges?
Yes.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes.
Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender representative. Any question about that?
Yes.
No history.
Pre-trial release. Court date's going to be September 18th at 8:30. You can go to the pre-trial release office after court.
All right. Step on the T on your right. When the green light comes on, sign. Next. Mhm. He just let you off with no money, but you got conditions.
Okay.
Wait for the light to come on. Here you go. Step up on the X. State your name. Right there. Say your name.
Colton Thursby.
It's Thursday before the court charged with domestic violence and battery. You understand that charge?
Here, I can't hear.
Do you understand what you're charged with?
Oh. Yes, correct.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Based on your application, you've indicated you're going to hire your own attorney or represent yourself. Is that how you're going to proceed?
I'm really not sure. This is all new territory for me, sir.
Sure, I get it. But if you want a public defender, you're going to have to apply for a public defender. You can do that at any point during the proceeding. You also have the option of hiring your own attorney or represent yourself.
Yes, sir.
Deputy, criminal history.
He shows no history.
Want to say anything? What do you want to say?
It's fine.
8:30.
Is alcohol a factor? Alcohol? No?
He wasn't.
Were you drinking?
I was drinking.
Okay, okay, fair enough. All right, so the fact, your other right. You're good. Take a deep breath. You solemnly swear or affirm you will truthfully and accurately answer the questions posed to you by the court today? All right, put your hand down. State your full name for me. Ma'am, you've been listed as the victim in the state of Florida versus William Thursby. You understand that as the victim in this case, because it's domestic violence, you're entitled to have a no contact order entered on your behalf for the duration of the case. Yes, we're recording everything.
Oh,
so.
I do not.
I know, but you understand that that's,
Yes, yes, sir.
and actually the law says I should enter that order, but you're here. Are you here freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to get you come in here
No,
today?
you're
Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to modify my normal procedure and allow peaceful contact between you and Mr. Thursby while this is pending, okay?
Is that my wife?
Yes, sir. So I'm going to release him on his own recognizance. His court date is September the 18th at 8:30, and I'm going to allow peaceful contact. So y'all can sit together in the courtroom. Stuff. Okay, so that's Wednesday at 8:30. Yep. All right, good luck, sir.
Step to your right.
Thank you.
Next. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. McMullen is down in the dorms. He has declined to make your acquaintance today. He says he doesn't feel well.
It's gonna get worse. He does qualify. I'm granting the state's nebula on the trafficking fentanyl bond is set at 250,000. On the opium smuggling to state, 100,000. On the meth, 10,000. On the smuggling contraband into detention facility, 10,000. And on paraphernalia, 1,000. Random UAs, court date's gonna be October 21st at 9 o'clock.
He's on bond.
Oh, even better. Court, case number?
23, 25, 20, PF. It's similar charges.
Shocked.
All right, state your name, sir.
Fong Nguyen.
Mr. Nguyen, you're for the court to have possession of weapon or ammo by a convicted felon, possession of weapon or ammo by a convicted felon, and throwing to a vehicle. You understand the charges?
I do, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and.
No, I have not seen it. I have not seen a copy of the police report. I have not, sir.
No, you got the information?
Oh, yes, I do have a listed of charges. I do.
Yeah. All right. I understand you've been given copies of that and you've been advised of your rights. Based on your application, you make too much money to qualify for a public defender, but the law recognizes your financial situation may change, in which case you can reapply later. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Deputy, criminal history?
It's out of Kentucky. 23, there was a VOP. 14, possession of controlled substance, weapon offense, possession of meth with intent, distribution of heroin, meth, marijuana with intent, and a firearm by a convicted felon.
50,000 on the firearm, 25,000 on the ammo, and 25,000 on the deadly missile. Court date's going to be October 31st at 9 o'clock. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Step to your right to the T. Next. Redux, sir. That's yours. State your name.
Mr. Hargrove, before the court trial, possession of meth, possession of paraphernalia. You understand the charges? I understand based on your application, you do qualify for the services of the public defender's office, so I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you. I also understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights today. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
Deputy, criminal history, Mr. Hargrove?
18 domestic battery, domestic bat, 16 paraphernalia again, burglary, 15 a couple of trespasses. It goes back to 03 locally.
Onset at 5,000 the meth, 1,000 the paraphernalia. Court date's going to be October 31st at 9 o'clock with random UAs.
Step to your right to the T. Huh? 6,000. Your bond is 6,000. On Halloween's your court date. Next. No, it's 100. It's 100. Step on the X. Here you go. State your name.
Christopher Crosby.
Mr. Crosby, before the court charges burglary with assault or battery and domestic violence battery by strangulation. Charges?
You understand your charges?
You stated on the record 25.
You understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. True?
You got a copy of that paperwork?
Yes.
Were you advised of your rights today? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Based on his application, he does qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender representative. Deputy, criminal history?
Just a resisting and a disorderly in 23.
Well, I felony to get the ball rolling. On the burglary with a battery, bond set at 100,000. On the battery domestic strangulation, 25,000. No contact directly, indirectly, or through a third party alleged victim. Court date's October 7th at 9 o'clock.
All right, step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign for your copy. Next. Redux, sir. That's not you. Step out. Richardson's next.
Like negative good.
Today is something.
It is something.
It is.
Yeah, it's that touch of
I
fall.
refuse to believe it's me.
That touch Don't set me up like that.
I refuse to believe it's me.
That is too easy, bro.
State your name, sir.
Carl Richardson, sir.
Mr. Richardson, before the court trial, fleeing and eluding, possession of a controlled substance, tampering with physical evidence, possession less than 20 grams of marijuana, and paraphernalia. Do you understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Sir?
Been advised of your rights today?
Yes, sir.
You got a copy of your paperwork?
Yes, sir. I do right here.
All right. Based on your application, you make too much money to qualify for a public defender, but the law recognizes your financial situation may change, in which case you can reapply later. You also have the option of hiring your own attorney or represent yourself. Deputy, criminal history?
21, possession of cocaine, possession of controlled substance, 17, DWLSR, less than 20, 14, fleeing and elude battery on officer EMT, resisting. It goes back to 08 locally.
Onset 25,000 the fleeing and eluding, 5,000 the meth. Why do they put without a script? Is there anybody who gets a script?
I didn't even have it.
I want to meet the doctor that's writing the script for meth. Okay. All right. Tampering. The pot's 2,500. The paraphernalia is 1,000. Random UAs. Court date's going to be October the 17th at 9 o'clock.
All right, step to your right to the T. Wait, so you can get your copy. When the green light come on, sign. Red X, sir, state your name.
Mr. Anderson, you fully court. Mr. Anderson. For sell, deliver, or manufacture methamphetamine, resisting officer without violence, and possession of paraphernalia. Do you understand those charges?
Yes, sir. That's the wrong charge, sir.
Well, they might not be correct, but they're the charges they charge you with.
My paper said possession of methamphetamine, attempt to sell.
Right. Yes. That's with intent to sell, distribute, manufacture. Yes. We're saying the same. Also, resisting officer without violence and possession of paraphernalia. You understand the charges?
Yes. Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you, so you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Deputy, criminal history on Mr. Anderson? Mr.
I got a small
21,
one, sir.
21 battery on a person over 65, 19 FTA, 16 battery less than 20 para, 2 counts weapon or ammo, goes back to 02 local.
I said 25,000 on the meth with intent, 2,500 on the resisting, 1,000 on paraphernalia. Court date's going to be October the 31st at 9 o'clock with random UAs. Good luck, sir.
All right, step to your right to the T. When the green light comes on, sign next.
Am I getting released or I gotta pay a bond?
Bond 28.5. State your name, sir.
Brian West.
Mr. West, before the court tried of possession of meth, possession of less than 20 grams of marijuana and paraphernalia. You're also before the court on failure to pay fine for a petty theft. You understand those charges? Yes? No, maybe?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. I understand you've been given copies of paperwork, advised of your rights. Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you, so you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
No, sir.
Deputy, criminal history?
23 was a trespass, sentenced on a VOP. 22, you had some VOPs and a DWLS hard third. Grand theft in 21, it goes back locally to 2001.
5,000 meth, 2,500 on pot, 1,000 on paraphernalia. Court date's going to be October 17th at 9 o'clock with random UAs. On the failure to pay fine, he's been sentenced to 60 days in the Bay County Jail, but may purge out upon payment of $623.
All right, you step to your right to the T. When the light comes on, sign next. Redux, sir, state your name.
Joseph Dawkins.
For Bonacordia.
He bonded.
I understand what he's saying.
He's talking to me.
All right.
The court tried possession of meth, possession of paraphernalia. Do you understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, I find you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you, so you have an attorney now. Any question about that?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay.
It's on bond for L&L back.
You got a case number, ma'am?
23, 2832, CF.
All right, Mr. Dawkins, bond is set at 5,000 meth, 1,000 paraphernalia. Court date's going to be October the 31st at 9 o'clock. And I'm revoking release at 23/28/32. Good luck, sir.
What's he doing?
Revoking your release. Step on the T. When the green light comes on, sign. Redux, sir, state your name.
Jason Michael Ellis.
Mr. Ellis, you're fully court on a violation of probation for what was originally 2 counts of grand theft and scheme to defraud in front of Judge Gay. You do qualify for a public defender. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you. Judge Gay, in her infinite wisdom, is all you have without bond. Your court date is October the 9th at 9 o'clock.
All right, yes, sir.
Step to your right. Next. Now you step up to the T. When the light comes on, you'll sign. State your name.
Dylan Cisco.
Mr. Cisco, you're fully court on a violation of probation for what was originally an aggravated assault charge in front of Judge Register. You do qualify for a public defender. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you, so you have an attorney now. Judge Register, in his infinite wisdom, has ordered you held without bond. Your court date is October the 16th at 9 o'clock. Good luck, sir.
Step over behind him. Well, step up to the T. When that light goes off and comes back on, sign. Red X, state your name.
Charles Stovall.
Mr. Stovall, you're before the court on an out-of-county warrant out of Okaloosa County for possession charge.
Y'all don't understand that charge, sir. I've been to court over possession charge.
Okay.
I went to court over here on possession charge, and they keep sending stuff to 807 Harlem. I never lived at 807 Harlem.
Okay, well,
I've
this
been
is
going
out
to
of
my
the First Circuit. This has got nothing to do with the charge you did here. This is a charge out of Okaloosa County.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Can't go to court here for Okaloosa.
I already been to court in Okaloosa County.
Well, yeah, but they think you missed one.
They never sent me anything. I've been going to my probation officer like I'm supposed
Okay,
to, and he
but
never
they-
got anything.
They think you missed court over there. There's not a whole lot we can do about it over here. So
I understand.
we're gonna hold you for them.
He's scheduled.
So October 3rd.
That's fine.
Okay. You'll be long gone by then, Mr. Doble.
We'll say that. Don't understand, sir.
Step over to the T. When the green light comes on, sign for your copy. Red X, state your name.
Christian Myers.
Mr. Myers, before the court, no valid driver's license and a failure to pay fine possession charge. You understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true?
Got a copy of your paperwork? Were you advised of your rights today?
Well, based on the application, trying to qualify for a fault defender, but the law recognizes your financial situation may change, in which case you can reapply later. You also have the option of hiring your own attorney to represent yourself. Yes, the criminal history.
He has a hold in place also.
Bonds 1,500 on the driver without a license. Court date's going to be September 18th at 8:30. He's sentenced per capias to serve 10 days in the Bay County Jail, but could have purged out upon payment of $400, but there's no point.
Step to your right to the T. Next. Stewart. Red X. Here you go. State your name.
Over Stewart.
Mr. Stewart, you're fully court charged domestic violence battery. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
I understand you've been given copies of paperwork and advised of your rights. Is that true, sir?
Yes, sir. That's right.
You've been advised of your rights today?
Yes.
You got a copy of your paperwork?
Yes, sir.
Based on your application, I find that you do qualify. I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender to represent you. So you have an attorney now.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, criminal history.
Yeah. Non-resident driver's license issue last year with the FTA on that, and that's the only tracking they have on him.
Bond set at 5,000, no contact. Court dates September 18th at 8:30.
All right, step to your right to the T.
Let's do it again at 2
When the
to 1.
green light comes on. Hey, you didn't change nothing this week?